and I remember you getting really emotional and talking about how it had changed your life and all of this. You weren't sure yet.
Now I'm jaded. Now I'm jaded as.
So I'm just wondering, how are things different now that it's a success and you have the second season and all that?
Yeah. I think with the, I don't know, like that bright-eyed, it kind of does fade away because it's time to go to work. And then for me, dealing with the task at hand. And then now it seems, I don't know how to put it. I'm like searching for some sort of analogy or metaphor or something. But I'll tell you that it is different. Like being back here now, it's really strange because everything's so familiar, even though it was just last year and everything was so new and obviously had this emotional impact on me. I don't know. I think, you just like get adjusted to it. I don't know.
My question is, the relationship between Klaus and Marcel has been very different from beginning of season, end of season. It's very father-son, but there's also a lot of adversarialness to it. But then you're friends and you're not. How is that, as an actor, trying to play those different notes and try to keep track of where you are in the relationship?
Oh, right. I mean, with Joe, it's really easy. He's a really good actor. So you know kind of where, for me, I know where I'm supposed to be because he's very well prepared and he adds a lot of layers to it. So it isn't anything that really throws me off where I have to like keep track of too much. It's kind of like I just look at it scene by scene, and piece it together.
Which do you prefer?
As far
as adversarial or friendship?
I like adversarial. I think because I like that it brings out a more competitive, aggressive side of us. And I think, from meeting some of the fans, met fans overseas in Italy and in Paris. And in Italy, all they wanted me to do was say, like, I'm the king, my city, my home, my rules. Like, I was like, you guys really like the bad guy, huh? I said, go find yourself a nice guy. And they go, yes, we marry the nice guy, but we want the bad guy. And I was like, all right, noted. Add more aggressive scenes. So.
Where do Klaus and Marcel stand going into season 2?
I think they're a little bit smoothed over. I mean, they still have their issues, but now in season 2, the original family is dealing with the parents coming back, so that's kind of pushed off to the side. But I think they squashed it, as far as with the kingdom and everything. For now, yeah. We'll see what else pops up. Yeah.
I know you can't say too much, obviously, but can you kind of set up Marcel's journey as we go into this new season?
Yeah, he's going to be rebuilding. In the first season that we saw it on a grander scale, you saw him when he was the king of everything and had everything in control. Now he's got to rebuild. So it's going to be more about personal relationships. It's going to be like, how does he relate to Josh, who's one of his only friends? How's he going to relate to, and which you'll get to learn more about Elijah, now that sort of Klaus is out of the picture. And you just get to see him on a more person-to-person level, as opposed to in that leadership role,
Are there any really fun, let's say Elijah, how they're relating? Are there any new relationships in particular that you're excited for people to see? New interactions?
Yeah, I love working with Daniel. Like, he's a blast. So I was telling him I love it when I read a scene and all of a sudden it's like Elijah appears and says something at the right time. I'm like, yes. It's me and Gilly's hanging out on set all day. And yeah, we talked about bringing in new characters to mix things up. And so from the start, we get a lot of new characters, but also characters that are going to be there for a few episodes, so you'll get to grow with them. For us, we're like, it's nice because it takes the workload off of us, and I think it helps with the fans to see new characters and different sides that they bring out for the main characters.
Has Klaus forgiven Marcel enough where we might see him able to date Keely?
I think so. I think I think when we left it was Klaus kind of left it up, left them to date or do what they want out of their own free will. I think that's because he's dealing with the birth of his new child. I don't think
He has the knowledge of hope now, and you have the knowledge of hope.
Yeah. So that's not a main issue for him to fight for Klaus to fight for.
What about Davina relationship with Marcel? Will we see that probably being explored more? Will they get back together? We really love that.
Yeah, I think it evolves just like when children grow up, their relationship with their parent evolves. Where you saw it was like a father-daughter kind of relationship, and now it's time that she left the nest, so she won't go back to that same role. But they'll have to meet, as sort of different people, and we'll get to see them sort of get to know each other again. So.
I am the king. Can you just say that? I am the king. Don't say that again.
I'm the king.
I just one quick question. Would you say that does Marcel actually crave power for power's sake, or is he more so trying to fill an emotional void?
Yeah, I think I think to fill an emotional void. I think anything that you seek outside of yourself is something that you think that can fill and satisfy the void within yourself. That's only a matter of perception. So that's the thing. He got knocked on his ass. He'll try something different. He'll see that probably doesn't work, and then eventually he'll have to himself change. If power is not the answer. So I'm excited for that.